Hello and happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 90 Seconds with Nick, where 90 seconds or less. Today it's going to be a little bit more. I tell you about what's happening in my life as I try to become a better father, husband, business leader, and man. I have a special guest with me today, and I'm super excited. We have Kika here, better known as Jen. Jen, say hello.
Hello.
A lot of you guys saw my post on Facebook, and I got a lot of comments about this. So I wanted to bring Jen on. Jen is part of our first ever Transformation 365. Transformation 365 is where we've selected one individual and we rally around them to radically change their life. And Jen has been working for me and with me off and on for 10 years. And she bravely accepted our challenge and our encouragement for Transformation 365. And so, Jen, why don't you tell us what was the driving force behind wanting to do the Transformation 365?
The driving force behind it was I basically gave up on myself.
In what way?
In a way of I kept believing in what I was telling myself that I couldn't do this. I might as well just let go of myself. Then when Transformation 365 came on board, I was scared. I was nervous. I grew up a couple of times. I was afraid to fail.
Awesome. So part of the Transformation 365 for Jen is we've been targeting weight loss for her, and so with it we've been providing her with a personal trainer, daily food delivery, nutritional counseling through a certified nutrition doctor, and also therapy as well. Right now, as we sit here, how much weight have you lost?
I've lost 75 plus so far.
75 pounds.
And counting.
Wow. Have you ever seen what 75 pounds looks like?
I haven't. I've seen what a pound looks like.
So a 5 pounds of actually fat, it looks like this, and it weighs the equivalent of a brick. So you've lost 75, of those. And I don't know if you really realize it, but when you see that picture, like the mass has gone down so much, and we're so proud of you for that. What's been the hardest part?
The hardest part of the journey is when I got to a point where I felt like I lost a certain amount of weight. I started to feel these cravings are coming back, and you already did enough. Just stop where you're at already. So the hardest part for me is just mentally, emotionally, trying to keep it together. It's my environment. So it definitely took a toll on where I plateaued. At one point, I just completely stopped. And it was about getting back up again.
Yeah, keep going. So what have you given up in this process? I mean, we know you've lost weight. That's obvious to see, but what have you given up outside of that? What were some other things that you had to change in your life? What are some belief systems that you had to let go
of? First and foremost, I had to let go of the lies I was telling myself in my head. I believed it, that I wasn't able to do certain things in my life, and everything was going great in my life except for my health stuff. So I started to believe that I couldn't do it, and I believed it for so many years, and it got me to where I was when I first started this journey. What I was able to give up in this journey was smoking and giving up sugary drinks, something that my body was...
So let's put that in perspective. How much were you smoking on a daily basis?
I was smoking about a pack.
A day?
On some days, a pack and a half.
Right, on those hard days here?
Yes.
And how many, what about sugary drinks? How many were you drinking?
Oh, sugary drinks? When I first started working with you, I could knock out a 6-pack of Coke in the first 4 hours of work.
And so it's been 6 months since you've had a sugary drink or a cigarette?
Where I just made a commitment that I was done, and I just stuck to what I knew that was going to benefit me.
That's awesome. And so, sometimes in losing things, we actually end up gaining so much more. What have you gained from this process? You've lost the weight, you lost the cigarettes, you lost the sugary drinks, but what has Jen gained in this process?
What I've gained is I've gained self-confidence. I've gained a lot of endurance. I've just gained energy. A lot of things that I wasn't able to do, and now being able to do it, I can't even explain the feeling. It's like being able to get out of bed in the morning without having to feel like I'm dying trying to get out of bed. Confidence is a big issue. I had put a lot of shame on myself. I was very ashamed of myself. 6 months later, I'm able to express myself and be okay with it.
Right.
And mentally, physically, spiritually, a lot of things I figured out that the hindrance in my mind that I was causing myself, I died in all those areas. And since I started the journey, it has opened up a new world in every area of my life, and I'm able to actually set goals now. I died in my goals as well. I can't tell you how just blessed I am to be alive. Before I used to say this and not mean it, and now I'm able to say this and actually live it.
Right, absolutely. And I know you have a deep spiritual connection, so I know it's a big driving force in your purpose and in your life, and your son, and being an example for him. So let's put some things in perspective. When you first started, how far could you go on the treadmill?
Oh my gosh! My first session with my personal trainer, I went 1 minute and 33 seconds
before you were tapped.
I was done. He saw my eyes. I was winded. I was gonna pass out. He had a pulled emergency. Had me stop for a good maybe 3 minutes, and then had to ask if I was okay. I probably went another 60 seconds, and then we were done.
Wow.
I couldn't go anymore.
And this is not running. This is just
This is the bare minimum. We didn't speed it up. We just kept it right at the bare minimum.
Start.
Just hit
and
start.
So now today, as we sit here, and then you get on the treadmill, what are we talking about now?
I think the most I've done so far, 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Woohoo!
Non-stop.
Wow, what pace?
And this is at 2.5.
Wow.
1 incline.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. So it's crazy how you probably just took for granted just the little things in life, right? Like walking.
Yeah.
I mean, the simplest thing probably became a very hard burden, right?
Oh yeah. And I always avoided it.
Right.
I always found shortcuts as to why I shouldn't do it.
Right.
I need a shortcut here, so I can't do it.
So, what has obviously we call ourselves the 365 tribe here, and you've got a whole group of people behind you. What has that emotional support meant to you?
It's incredible. I've never felt so, loved by so many, and who have not shown me. I've always looked at it in my mind as I'm going to get a negative reaction from people if I don't make this happen. But the crazy thing about it is I got the complete opposite, and which is why I love to wake up every morning and show up here, because I know this is where I spend most of my time outside of home, and this is where I get all the support. And it's been a tremendous blessing to see everyone walking in here and just kind of wanting an update, or giving me that pat on the back. You got this. Keep going. And all those little keep going was those times I would battle in my mind, like, oh man, this is getting harder. But as I'm getting these compliments from everyone, and just kind of the push, it just kept reconditioning me. Okay, everyone believes in me. I need to do this for myself. So every day it just kind of added until I'm at the point right now where my whole family's on board, and that's all 365.
Really?
And my entire family, and it's transcending, and it's overwhelming for me, because I never thought that I would be the one, the example of my family.
Yeah, and I know with your background and in your culture, it's kind of a way of life. Eating is a way of life, and sometimes they say you got to be the change that you want to see in the world. So you actually, by your courage and your demonstration of faith to the process, has actually altered your family's life as well, right?
In a huge way. You're absolutely right, and this is my way of living. This is all I knew, was that growing up, this is how we become a big family and happy families. And I never thought that this would be something that I could break the pattern, something I could break away from it.
So you got to really challenge your belief system.
Yes, absolutely. And I experienced disappointments in that area of my life where, at times, I was judged by my whole family. Like, this is what we do. What are you doing? You're interrupting the pattern.
Right.
But it took for me to be consistent, keep on.
How many of your family members thought like, oh, this is only going to last for a week, or this is going to be a little fat and she's going to go right back?
Oh, a big amount. I would say anywhere, which is my whole little group, my immediate family, probably about 25, 30.
Wow.
Because they know exactly how I am.
Right. So we're only halfway through this journey. You know, and Jen has another 6 months, probably the hardest 6 months. The first week was probably the hardest decision she had to make, which was actually just altering that course. Now she's been given some positive reinforcement, but she's experiencing some plateaus, and now we're pushing through those plateaus. So the rest of the 6 months, what are you looking forward to? And as someone I overheard this crazy goal for the next 90 days. What is that?
My crazy goal for the next 90 days is I'm looking to hit my 100 mark. I'm actually looking to exceed that goal because I know if I put my mind to it now, I have the support. My mind is shifted in the direction it should be, and I'm ready to go just full force on this. And I'm so pumped and I'm so excited for everyone, especially everyone who's following the journey. And I'm looking to just continue, just like what you did for me.
Right.
You inspired me. I'm looking to inspire those outside people.
Well, you've inspired change in me. I know I've undergone like a physical overhaul of myself, and you know, like I said, you're one of the most beautiful people I know inside and out. You believed in me when I didn't deserve it, and so this is a very small way that we can repay you for what you've done.
I want to say thank you for giving me a second chance at life. Everything I neglected all my life. I'm just so blessed once again, like I shared with you, Nick, that God chose you to put you in my family. Now, look at all the people. I want to also share, you know, I was very skeptical about posting on my social media. And my mom, I had shared it with my mom, and she's like, you know what, someone out there probably just needs that one little push, and just by them seeing this picture without even reading your post,
You'll change it.
you'll change their mind. Posted it, and I think within a day and a half, it was at over almost 400.
Wow.
And people were I was getting output of people, like exactly what my mom had shared. They were just looking for that little spark, that one little spark.
Well, I love you, and this is only the beginning.
Thank you so much.
And I want you guys to all like draw strength from Jen's story. I mean, her journey has not been an easy one, and she's got a lot of road ahead. But we're projecting at the end of this Transformation 365, she'll have over 160 pounds in weight loss. But more importantly, she'll have a whole new life that she's gained and regained things that she hasn't been able to do for years. And for me, like, this is why I do what I do. You know, the profits come as having a devoted purpose. And, you know, Jen will be our first Transformation 365, but definitely not our last. But I'm glad we could kick this one off with you. And we'll keep you guys updated throughout the journey. I know this has been a little bit longer, but this is a super powerful message, and I hope you guys are touched by it, because I know I certainly am. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow on another episode of 90 Seconds with Nick. Right on.